And welcome back, everyone. We're at the market. Don Cheney, Andrew Cole, and
Troy Hooper.
Mr. Troy Hooper.
Here's a guy who's not afraid of showing up.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're welcome. Don't say that up front. You could change your mind on a dime. So you have a new website or a new newspaper online. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, it's basically a new news site.
And
what we kind of specialize in is...
It's called Real Aspen.
It's called realaspen.com.
I went there this morning.
We have a sister... What'd you think?
I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. Tell everyone why you're there and all that stuff. Give us a
basically,
little speech.
my partners and I have all worked for newspapers and magazines for a long, long time here in Colorado. We're all
Can you say who your partners are? Are they secret?
It's David O. Williams. He's a former Rocky Mountain News columnist and editor over in Vail. Tom Boyd, also another Vail editor, and he's working for the Denver Post right now and Rocky Mountain News as well in the past. And Kent Van Vliet, and he's a Vail native and our computer whiz. He doesn't do so much news as
so no females. This is basically a male
at this
paper.
Point in time, but females are always welcome.
Are they welcome?
Yeah.
Okay, that's important.
We all have girlfriends and wives who are extremely supportive. So in that
won't
sense,
be talking
we do have
about
females who are part of the time.
I'm not allowed to talk about girlfriends and wives of yours. So
anyway, we basically the way we see it. The existing newspaper model is not sustainable, either from an environmental or from a business perspective.
Right.
Basically, what they have to do is they have to cut down a bunch of trees, put them in a fossil fuel burning truck, take them somewhere where they get pulverized, put them in another truck, take them to the printing press, spray them with ink, and then finally a day later, they deliver it to your doorstep or to a newspaper box, and you have your news. But hopefully by then you've already read the story on realaspen.com.
Right. And there's something wrong with cutting down trees and doing all that stuff. Who knew?
Doesn't it seem like a lot of energy and a lot of time and expense to put out
one
product?
No,
but
you can't argue with that.
When you can really just go ahead and put it online.
Well, I think the real difference is how online is just advanced past the local papers. It's just you get news literally immediately.
Yes, and I think more and more readers are comfortable with getting their news online, whether it's their BlackBerry or their iPhone or
iPad,
whatever it may be. And when I was at the Aspen Daily News, I would often hear from readers who said that they don't read the print product anymore.
Why do you think that the local papers' online websites don't do so well?
Well, that was a real opportunity for us, is that both the Aspen Times and the Daily News, their websites are an afterthought.
Right.
They make a lot more money selling print ads than they do online ads.
Right.
So therefore, their attention is turned towards the print model, not the.
So why do you think you're going to do well in this community when they haven't?
Well, we're embracing the digital model. No one locally has done that, other than the Aspen Post and some aggregators and things like that. Emu.com is another good example of an upstart business that I think is going to do very well because they're embracing the digital model.
Well, they're going to love you for that. I'd say Moo, but I don't have that.
And is all the content original?
So all the content is original. It's produced by myself and David Williams are the two biggest.
How much plagiarism do you allow in each publication?
We don't allow any plagiarism, but Scott McGinnis has been, he has been a nice.
So you're not allowing
topic
any
for us to
plagiarism at
write
all.
about.
You're guaranteeing no plagiarism.
No plagiarism whatsoever.
99.9% plagiarism free. 100% plagiarism.
100%. He's not saying even 99.9.
Even our bloggers don't plagiarize. And that's another thing. We've invited.
That's a good slogan. Even our bloggers don't plagiarize.
I like that.
Stick with
that.
You
are getting good at this. Okay.
Oliver Sharp from Plum TV is a blogger of ours.
Right.
And we're inviting more and more in the community to join us.
Did they invite you, Don? Because I believe you're one of the leading bloggers in the country.
No.
I didn't get invited.
I'm starting one. It's part of my book, but
okay.
Like everything else.
I just want to point out we haven't been invited.
We'll have to talk.
What do you
have?
Afterwards. Do you have quotas like for Jewish bloggers and women bloggers, or how do you balance that out?
There is no quotas. We're just looking for interesting people who have interesting things to say.
Oh, that eliminates me immediately. Okay, fair enough. I understand now. I'm not insulted at all. Trust me.
But we've really built a business model that we think is revolutionary. It's one of a kind. We don't just have display advertising. We call them members. And what we allow our members to do is you can actually go on our site, and there's a little box called community content.
I saw that.
We allow people to go ahead and put their press releases unedited, unfiltered in real time. They have a password and a username where they can go straight on our website and publish on our website.
Okay.
So
that's different.
It's different. It cuts out the middleman. We're not going to edit your stuff. A lot of businesses pay PR firms a lot of money to put out these press releases. They send them to a newspaper editor, and they cross their fingers and hope it gets a brief gets put in the newspaper.
I think you should highlight people that use the English language well, if they could speak, and have and grammar. I think whoever writes something and it is a press release without any grammatical errors should receive like a little star.
Some are better than others. The city of Aspen, surprisingly, is very good.
Doesn't surprise me.
Sally Spalding is
one of my favorites. Don't be picking. You can never pick on Sally Spalding on this show.
No, yeah, no,
you got. I'm
now you want to pick on some other people. There's a whole laundry list you can do with that.
Sally can write a press release.
I agree.
Some others, we won't name them, but they could use some help.
I have a good story for you. Well, I have, besides my story this morning, which is my conflict of interest story, I have another interesting guy you might be interested in talking to. The new school principal at the high school. His name is Art Abelman from New Hampshire. Very interesting. I ran into him last night, spent hours talking to him. Great, interesting background, and has a whole different approach to how the high school needs to interact with the community. He would probably love to work with you guys.
That would be fantastic. We would like to invite, as many different parts of the community to join us as possible. We're going to have a video player that'll be up there very soon, and I'm hoping that a lot of the young skiers and jibbers and snowboarders will go on there.
What's a jibber? I don't know what a jibber is.
Asking that. I didn't want to look dumb.
The X Games, they're riding the rails, and they're hitting all the features.
What they're called, jibbers?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to borrow that term. It sounds very hip.
There you go.
Yeah. You got a question?
No, I don't. I'll bring it up later. No. Actually, I realized it was self-serving, and I'm going to leave that to you.
Yeah, I own self-serving
okay.
here. Someone asked me this morning, what do? I just self-promote, basically. But today we'll just promote you. So now, realaspen.com. Are you going to go to other cities and do like realtelluride.com or?
Real Vale was actually the first site, and that launched 3 years ago. But
Real Rapid
that you
City.
Guys?
That's us, and it had some problems, and we just relaunched the new Real Vale yesterday.
Right.
With the same design and functionality that you'll see at
Do you have
realaspen.com.
debates between Aspen Vale people? Do you have like a Aspen versus Vale segment?
No, we actually have a lot of crossover content because David O. Williams, my other news partner, he covers the State House.
What's the O for?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You're a news guy.
But he covers the
things.
State House in Denver, and he covers a lot of the regional issues that affect Garfield County, Pitkin County, and Eagle County. So there's a lot of crossover interest there in reporting.
So you're going to make money from advertising? Is that a fair statement? Or members or whatever you want to
exactly
right?
Memberships and advertising.
Membership. And the package you sell for your site, you think is obviously better than other packages. Is that a fair statement?
It's way more affordable than anything you'll find in print.
So if I wanted to be on there,
and we offer you more services and possibilities and some innovative, functionality that you won't find anywhere else.
Give me an example of something that I won't get somewhere else if I wanted to go there, like with my new documentary.
Well, you could put out a press release on your new documentary, and we don't just publish to realaspen.com. We're a certified Google News member.
I like that.
So now not only do you publish your press release on realaspen.com, and we have it right there on the front page above the scroll, but you also have the chance to be on Google News. So what we found is a lot of people who enter our site enter it via Google, not via our homepage. So you would have the possibility to reach, millions of people on Google.
I like that. It'd be good for me.
There you go.
Yeah, self-serving.
There we go.
Once again. We got to take a break.
That sounds very cool. Best of luck with that venture for you.
Well, we're not done talking about that venture. We'll be back talking more about that venture when we come back from this break. Emu.com. Let's see. Buy, sell, live, sing.
Sing.
We had singers. We're singing.
I'm going to do
we're
on
back
this show.
with Troy Hooper and realaspen.com in 2 minutes.
Couple minutes.